cereals, pastries, toast and jam. Sounds like a good breakfast? Think again. In this video, I'll tell you why the usual breakfast staples like granola, pastries and jam are a terrible idea. Especially if you're someone whose energy levels crashes after lunch, making you reach for that second, third or fourth cup of coffee for the day, or maybe even reaching for those gummy bears or candies at 4 in the afternoon. It could be what you're eating at the start of the day that's affecting your energy levels and hence the cravings you've got for the rest of your day. I'll give you the science of why that's happening, and stick around to the end because I'll also give you some better breakfast options. Hi and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jamie Tan at Enlightened Spoon, feeding your mind, body, soul. I am an executive producer with a passion in health and wellness, so I use all my trainings in naturopathic nutrition, yoga and meditation to also help you design a life with less stress and more intention. It's productivity without the hustle, and that's what this channel is all about. So hit that like button and subscribe if you like more stuff like this. Okay, let's talk about breakfast. What do you think these usual breakfasts all have in common? Toast and jam, pastries, even the healthy sounding ones like granola, fruit and yogurt. The issue with the traditional continental breakfast, as they call it in a hotel menu, is all of these spike your blood sugar levels. They're either high in processed sugar, yes, even that granola, or made from refined flour, which is not only low in nutrients like there's no fiber, but refined flour also, because of its high glycemic index, doesn't keep you full for longer. It spikes your blood sugar levels, which stimulates hunger and pushes you to binge more later. Okay, hold up. Let's talk about blood sugar levels for a bit and how this is linked to your energy levels. If you're constantly exhausted and living on multiple cups of coffee a day to push you through your day, or even if you have a sweet tooth and need those gummies or candies to get you through the afternoon, you know what I'm talking about. You need to know about blood sugar levels and how to regulate yours. So stick with me, you'll see how what you have at breakfast ties into this. So your blood sugar or blood glucose level is the measure or concentration of glucose present in the blood. Glucose basically acts as fuel for the cells when it's present at normal levels. But if it's too high and for a long period of time, it can start to cause problems like insulin resistance, and then this can lead to a whole host of other issues like chronic fatigue, weight gain, diabetes, just to name a few. But the main point is, and very simply, glucose acts as fuel. So you want to maintain a steady blood glucose level to maintain an even energy level. So if you're consuming anything that starts to spike your blood glucose level, like processed sugar or stimulants like caffeine, you might get the spike of energy that first hits you. Think of that sugar rush or caffeine hit within the first few minutes or half hour of consuming it. But just as quickly as it hits you or spikes your blood sugar levels, you get that crash or dip within an hour or so after. And then what happens after this dip? You reach for more sugar or more caffeine to get that energy spike again. And so this constant cycle of energy spiking and dipping starts to play out. So what we want to do to maintain a more even energy level throughout the day is to maintain a steady blood glucose or blood sugar level throughout the day. This is what we mean by maintaining blood sugar levels. Any food with a high glycemic index tends to spike blood sugar levels, so you want to go for foods with a low glycemic index, as they help you maintain an even blood sugar level and hence even energy levels. So let's bring this back to breakfast. You can start to see how now having that cup of coffee with a chocolate croissant then already starts to spike those blood sugar levels first thing in the morning, leading to that crash later. And you're going to spend the rest of your day craving sweets and stimulants to try and regulate those energy levels. So it's not that you have no self-control to stay away from the snacks and coffee, but it may actually be because you didn't start your day right, and it's just biochemistry. Your body is trying to regulate its energy levels. Also, pastries, granola, toast, they're all largely simple carbohydrates, and most simple carbs get broken down in the body into sugar or glucose. If you're adding jam or Nutella on top of this, you can see how it starts to become this sugar fest at breakfast. Of course, not all carbs are the same, so there's nuance to this. We do need carbs, but the right kind of carbs. Not simple, but the complex of carbs, like whole grains, which still have the husk on, or fresh fruit and veggies. Fiber, basically. And this also keeps you fuller for longer. So, what's a better way to start your morning?
I thought you'd never ask.
If we want to maintain even blood sugar levels throughout the day, we want to have something that keeps you fuller for longer, slows down your digestion time, and doesn't spike your energy levels. The answer is very simply protein! Protein! Now, of course, we want to aim for a good mix of macronutrients at every meal. That's protein, carbs, and fats. But since, as we've determined, the average breakfast is really high in simple carbs, it's better to balance this out the other way to have a high protein breakfast to help maintain an even blood sugar level. And there are countless research studies that also prove this. Now, of course, everyone is different. Genetically, health-wise, other medications you're on can all affect this. So you want to work with your nutritionist or dietitian to work on the specifics tailored to you. But generally, here are some high-protein foods to include at breakfast. Nuts and seeds, which can also include nut butters like almond, hazelnut, or cashew butter. Hemp seeds, hummus or tahini, which are made from chickpeas and sesame seeds respectively. And if you eat animal products, that could also include things like eggs, fish like smoked salmon, and a little bit of good quality organic meat. So instead of that toast and jam, you could get a whole grain sourdough with almond butter or with hummus. Check your granola ingredients, and if sugar, including honey, molasses, or any kind of syrup, is in the first 5 ingredients, you might want to consider getting a raw muesli instead. Those tend to be sugar-free, or make your own granola. But always add some protein in it, like extra nuts and seeds, or a huge spoonful of almond butter in it. Of course, we might not have time in the mornings to cook a proper omelette, but consider making a couple of hard-boiled eggs the night before, peel them and put them in a Tupperware to grab and go in the morning. I love adding Marmite and Sriracha to flavor my smashed eggs, but that combo of flavors might be a little bit strong for some first thing in the morning. Or by far the easiest way to get a plant-based, high-protein breakfast is doing a green smoothie with protein powder in the morning. With a high-speed blender like my Vitamix, it takes just a couple minutes in the morning to throw in some spinach, a little bit of fruit like banana or pineapple, avocado, and my favorite vegan protein powder, the Warrior Blend from Sun Warrior. I like a good, dark, chocolatey flavor, so the mocha is my go-to. Because it's keto-friendly, which basically means there's no glucose in it, you know it won't spike your blood sugar levels. I'll put my affiliate link to it in the description below. It simply means that if you buy this through my link, I'll make a small commission at no extra charge to you. I appreciate you supporting my channel. Of course, you can use any of your favorite protein powders, but always read the ingredients to ensure that there's no additional crap in there. This particular mocha flavor Warrior Blend is sweetened with stevia, which doesn't affect blood glucose levels. But it can taste a little bit too sweet, so you can always increase the bitter flavors in your smoothie with spinach, rocket, watercress, any of the bitter vegetables that are also super great for increasing bile flow, improving digestion. What are some high-protein foods that you are going to include in tomorrow's breakfast? Let me know in the comments below. I'm planning more high-protein breakfast ideas, including better smoothie recipes that'll help you maintain your blood sugar and energy levels throughout the day, so stick around for that. If you enjoyed this, you might like my playlist of all the ways to create a more intentional morning. Don't forget to smash like and subscribe, and I hope this helps you flow through your busy life with more grace, ease, and flow, and I'll see you in the next one.